97underground.com.
Hey folks, Michael Spedden here, host of The Back of the Rack on 97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock worldwide, and welcome to the 97 Underground Michael Spedden interview page, where we feature interviews with all the best local and national acts. Remember folks, The Back of the Rack on 97underground.com can be heard every Tuesday from 2 to 4 p.m. Download the free app and listen anytime, anywhere, and enjoy our interviews, folks. Remember, shop small and support local homegrown original music. Now, on with the interview. Hey folks, Michael Spedden here. It is 2026 and it is a happy new year here on the Back of the Rack on 97underground.com. Today, we have an interview with Sly Grin, a band from the Baltimore area, and they just released a great new album. The new album is called Only the Scars, or actually Tragic Part of Life. Tragic Part of Life. And a very well done album. I think it was about 12 or 14 songs. You definitely want to check it out. You can find Sly Grin on social media, on Facebook and Instagram. You can find their stuff there, and I will put links to their Instagram and Facebook in the show notes of this. So when you watch this on YouTube, you'll definitely be able to see it. So without further ado, here's our interview with Sly Grin. However, just remember, the Back of the Rack is now back to Tuesdays from 2 to 4 p.m. every week. So remember, the Back of the Rack every Tuesday from 2 to 4 p.m. As you were, without further ado, here is Sly Grin. And welcome back to the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show here on 97underground.com. We're doing our first interview of 2026, and tonight we're welcoming Sly Grin to the show. They just released an excellent brand new album called Tragic Part of Life, I believe, and I've been listening to it. I played some the other day, and it's well worth checking out, folks, for sure. So go ahead and introduce yourself, gentlemen. It's good to have you today. I guess we'll start in the front row.
How y'all doing? I'm AJ, singer, rhythm guitar player.
How you doing? I'm Brandon, the guitar player.
Ron, drummer, keyboards.
Steve, bass, backup vocals.
All right, great. Well, great to have you all here. So now, how long have you been doing Sly Grin? You know, AJ, I've seen you around in some bands, playing, and you've been a guest of mine in the past, So how long has Sly Grin been going on?
So we're going on almost 2 years.
I think so, yeah.
Right around the 2-year mark.
Uh-huh. Well, good. So about 2 years together. And
we did 2 shows last year, and then we started late in the previous year, I guess, 2024. I guess when we got started in like July, we did our first show, I believe.
Yes.
Of that year.
Okay, great. And so I know you from Chatterbox. Are you all in other bands too, or is this your primary?
I play in Chatterbox also, bass player.
This is my only band.
Brandon's only band, but he's been in a couple other bands back in the day.
Yeah.
I have a solo instrumental project that I do quite often, and I'm also actually the basement that we're in. Rob, we have a project called Adasta, which is kind of like it's kind of a weird mix of like new age / industrial music. So it's kind of
which
interesting combination, but
worked
really well for us. So.
Yep. And I'm in another band, also playing bass.
And I'm also in that band. It's called Relentless.
Oh, okay. So you guys remind me of a sketch from Living Color years ago. It seems like nowadays everybody's in. What? You're only in one band? What?
Yes, the only way to stay busy.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it. It sounds like it, and I'm glad to see another great album coming out, from this area here. So what inspired you? I mean, this is definitely a different sound. I do know Chatterbox very well. This is definitely a different sound from that. Where are you drawing inspiration for this?
Personal experience. I don't know. We just all got in the room. Brandon, Ron, and myself, and Steve and I have been playing together for about 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I got together with these guys. I had them over for dinner. They work with my girlfriend at Springfield Mental Hospital, or what's the psych hospital? I guess that's the correct term. So we had dinner, and I said, "Hey, you guys want to see my studio?" So they all went out, and we picked up instruments, and like magic happened. So, Slagger is really a combination of like all the kind of things we've had for years that we haven't got to do with the band or get out to the public yet. So
sure. Well, and that's
a lot of my acoustic stuff. Actually, all of us have that acoustic stuff that nobody else has heard, and we're bringing it together and making it into rock band type songs and getting it out there.
Yeah. Well, good. I mean, like I said, it's sounding great. And I guess that's the way it is always. I guess playing music and everything, you've always got something in your head. You've always got something in your head that you got to get on paper and everything. And having a couple of bands that you're in and working with, you kind of decide which one is really the best fit for that song too, I guess, huh?
Yeah, at times that can definitely be a thing. Like writing with Chatterbox and writing with this band are two different things for me, but
sure,
still very involved in both creative processes. So
yeah. Well, again, Chatterbox has been no stranger to the show here, and you won't be either, because we're definitely going to get you some spins with material like this. Are there any shows or anything, or is there a CD release party coming up?
So we released the soft release of the CD onto SoundCloud and back in November.
Okay.
So we're working on planning a official CD release. We have to actually send it to get pressed, and we're trying to get on other social media platforms like Apple Music and Spotify, maybe, and all the major areas to get it. We do have a show coming up March 13th at Morrisburgers Tavern.
Oh, okay. March 13th, Morrisburgers. Okay.
And we just played at Angels Rock Bar January 10th. At Power Plant Live. It was a very well attended show, and I think we had a really kick ass performance. We also recorded a video that night, so we got some video stuff in the works that's going to be coming out hopefully in the near future.
Awesome. And well, let's go ahead. Let's hear something off of this new album of yours here. We have one song that we wanted to play here called Tragic Part of Life. Is there anything you'd like to tell us about that before we spin it?
Brandon, you say anything about it?
I came up with the musical idea, and AJ worked out the vocal melody and the lyrics to it, and we all kind of got it together, and it was really fun putting that song together with these guys. I really love the lyrics.
Yeah,
that AJ came up with,
and vocally, I feel like it's something different that I've done, but it turned out great, and I think it had a good different dimension to the band, and we felt it was worthy to name the whole CD after it. So,
well, good.
It's most unique song on there. It's got some complexity to it, different types of movements in it, so it moves along really well. We came together really nicely.
Well, good. Did you record it yourself, or did you go to was there a studio or an engineer that you like to work with?
So I have a studio in Sykesville, Maryland, called Gaither Crossing Studios. That's where we practice. We did all the drum tracking at my house and recorded bass, and then we were working with a guy named Ashley Maccabee, phenomenal drummer and sound engineer. He's in the band Kingdom in Flames.
Oh yeah, sure.
And I've known Ashley for many years now. So he had produced my last album with the band Native Grave. I was in another original project. I love the work that he did with that, and so he came down and initially track the drums at my house, and then we finished it in Frederick at his studio.
Mm. Awesome. Awesome. Well, let's give it a spin. This is Tragic Part of Life by Grin. Well, so that was really a great song, and that's the title track of the CD here. Really sounds like you guys are having a good time working on this, huh?
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Yep. There's a lot of creative juices flowing.
Mm-hmm. Well, good. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing wrong with that. And what's the other end of it? Writer's block, right? So
Yeah.
so as long as you as long as you keep making, as long as magic keeps coming out every time you plug in, hey, keep going with it,
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean, after going years of just not writing a whole lot of music, it's been wonderful to really write some stuff again, and it's just coming out really good.
Right, right. Well, that's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear. So, tell me a little bit more. Just about. I know you've got some shows. You had just mentioned a couple of shows. March 13th, you've got Morseburgers coming up. And you had mentioned too, you just did Angels Rock Bar. That's a relatively new place, or at least a new name on a place. How do you like that? How do you like that club? I've been hearing more and more about it. I've heard good things.
It's a cool venue.
It's a cool venue. Good vibe, good
Mm-hmm.
sound system. Of course, if you want to be downtown, that it's a great location.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Is it right where the where Ram's Head used to be, or in that little corridor
so it's
there?
above Lucky's Tavern and whatever they call that other place in the corner, but it's right next to PBR.
Oh, sure. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Well, great, great. Yeah, it sounds like like I said, you mentioned you really like that. You really like that room and everything. Are you planning on going out of state, or do you have anything else lined up for maybe later in the year?
We'll definitely be lining up local shows. Maybe
We've done
maybe
10 West.
every other month, and just keep trying to get the name out there and get
Mm-hmm.
play some good shows for people and promote the CD.
Right, right.
And we will be planning the CD release. We just have to get the physical product.
Sure, sure.
I don't know what to do anymore. CDs seem like a waste, but USB thumb drives, are they the answer? Or I'd really like to see us put it out on vinyl. Be honest.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? Yeah. I mean, I understand what you're saying there. Yeah, people don't play CDs anymore. You try to give CDs as a gift, and people are like, "Oh, it's like giving them an 8-track or something now." But it's like, But the thing is, too, is that I mean, how do you? There's got to be something said for preserving the experience, not just the listening experience. But like, you guys remember, when I would get an album, I'd have my headphones on and I'd sit down, by my stereo, and I'd open up the album and I'd be looking at the pictures and reading the notes,
Yeah, man.
reading
Yep.
the lyrics and
Lyrics.
everything.
Yeah, definitely remember the lyrics.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was definitely a visual experience as much
yeah,
as it was an audio experience.
yeah. It was a whole, it was like a whole immersion, into the
That's
band
more of a personal experience for
Yes.
sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly exactly. I agree with what you're saying, 100%. And that's kind of gone when you just have, like a little iTunes picture pops up on your phone or something. You really
Mhm.
just don't get that. And the thing is too, it's like it seemed like every time you'd listen to an album, you'd want to read it, whether you were reading the same thing over and over again or not.
Yeah.
You know, it was always, always great, and the liner notes were always fun, especially too if they would throw in like sometimes albums like Kiss used to do it. And I know I think I had a Rainbow album, Final Vinyl, I think it was, that actually had a photo album with it that
Oh,
came,
nice.
and you could, look at that and, see all the, band pictures and everything. And it was really a lot more to it than just, the music part of it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, the computer is kind of impersonal. You can thumb through like 300 songs and not listen to all of them.
Mm-hmm,
Listen to a record, you got to take the time to put the needle on the groove, and
mm-hmm.
you know,
You're absolutely right.
it's an experience.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. So let's give another song a listen here. This is one that I've been playing on the show and I really enjoyed it. I mean, the piano was a great, great sound. I really enjoyed this
Ron,
song.
Thank you. Really
You know,
appreciate that.
yep.
Yeah, that was a instrumental piano piece that I was working on,
Mm-hmm,
and noodling around in the studio one night before practice, and all the guys liked what they were hearing, and we just kind of built a song around
mm-hmm.
parts of that piece, and it turned out really, really, really good.
Oh, good.
Now,
Good. Good.
yeah.
Good. Well, this is called Only the Scars Remain. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about the song before we spin it?
Well, the piano ballad is
you're speaking of a different song with the
right. Yeah. Well, Only Scars Remain has piano in it also.
Yeah, that was the one. Well, Only Scars Remain is one I wrote acoustically, and I think you're thinking of the
See the Light.
See the Light.
See the
yeah,
Light.
That's it. There you go.
Yeah, See the Light. Ron, that was Ron's piano concept. But there's piano on the Only Scars, and you weren't even sure that you heard piano in it.
Right.
And I said, "Why don't you throw something on it?" So, yeah, he came up with that. The song's just about healing from bad things in your life.
Relationships and stuff
Of
like
course.
that.
Been there, done that, right?
Yep.
All right, well, let's give her a spin. This is Only the Scars Remain by Sly Grin. Oh, another great song. Another great song. Again, that was one I really enjoyed too. Again, with the piano and everything, a very, very nice touch. Great sound that you all have. Like I said, I've really enjoyed what I've heard so far here. So, have you had a you've been like you had mentioned you have a not a full like a formal website yet, like a but you do have a presence on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, that's correct.
Sounds.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Is it
the music you can find on SoundCloud right now.
okay?
Uh, and we're working on build more content.
Okay, of course, of course. Yeah, it's a lot of work to do that. You know, it really is a lot of work, and it's a never ending job. You know, it's a never ending job staying on top of your social media and your website and information and everything. It changes all the time. You know, and sometimes you wish you weren't so busy because you got to keep staying on top of that. You know,
You know, that's as important as the music, but
it is. It is.
music's a lot more fun to just play.
Yeah.
Right, right. That's the truth. You know, I mean, I'm sure you guys probably, and it's a different ball game out there now with social media and everything. I mean, I can remember playing years ago. My social media was walking up to people and handing them a flyer.
Right.
Yep, I remember those days.
Out of the back of the car.
Yeah, I know.
Tagging all over town on telephone poles and like different clubs or post boards or whatever.
Yeah, and the thing was back in those days too was like, yeah, you better have been out doing that. You know, if that club owner didn't see people in the club and you weren't making the effort to get people there that way, then out you went. You weren't going to last very long playing in some of these places. But that was part of, I think, the good part of the old days
Yeah,
was
the old street teamer
yeah,
approach, you know.
the socializing, you know.
Face to face,
Right.
yes.
Yeah, you definitely made more of a connection with the people that came out to the shows, and they
Right.
a little bit more dedicated
Mm-hmm.
to actually going out and seeing you.
Exactly, exactly. It was a lot of fun too. Just getting to go out and mingle, and I mean, you had definitely had an icebreaker in your hand. Hey, come see my band, and the people were at least open minded enough to entertain the thought.
Well, yeah, and then everybody was hanging out in the same clubs that everybody's playing at, and to introduce their thing, and it just helps build the whole scene up better.
Right, right. Right. Yeah, it really did. It really did. I missed that part of those days, when people were actually talking face to face and just instead of sending just electronic messages out and everything.
Yeah,
Sure.
Maybe we'll get back to it one of these days. Who knows?
that would be awesome.
Maybe one of these days somebody will blow up the internet and we'll be back to square one, be back to square one. So well, guys, I really appreciate you coming on to 97 Underground, especially my show, The Back of the Rack, and telling us all about your great new album and everything. It's definitely, folks, it's worth the listen. Give it a listen. Sly Grin, Tragic Part of Life is the album. You can find it now on SoundCloud. Is it going to be on other streaming platforms too?
Yeah, we're working on like a launch package that'll hopefully bring it to Apple Music and Spot. There's like bundle kind of things.
Sure.
That we can get that out on. So we're all prepared with the media. We just have to pull the trigger on which avenue we want to go through for that, and then what kind of pressing we're going to do of it. Probably some CDs, but not a tremendous amount, and really just try to get it out there on the social media more than anything, I think.
The digital.
Yep. The social media and digital. Well, great. Well, that sounds great. Again, it's a really nice sounding album. Highly recommended here. I give them 2 thumbs up.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
if
you so
I
much.
can, 2 thumbs up, 5 stars. It's a very nicely done album, guys. I really, like I said, I enjoy giving it a listen, and I'm sure you all will too. So make sure you check out Sly Grin. They have, and I'll put the links to Instagram and Facebook in the show notes. And again, make sure you check out the album. March 13th, Morseburgers Tavern in Catonsville. Get out and check these guys out if you like what you hear. And Well, that's it. So, well, thanks, guys. I really appreciate you,
Thank you.
coming on the
Thanks for
show
having
and
us on.
joining
Thank
us
you.
today.
Thank
And
you very much.
we will see you all soon. Get out and check out Sly Grin, everybody. Take care.
Thank you.
Rock
Rock
on.
on.
All right, folks, thanks for tuning in and listening, and hope you enjoyed today's interview. Remember, the Back of the Rack is on every Monday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, and our replay is every Wednesday morning from 2 to 4 a.m. Eastern Time on 97underground.com, Baltimore's Pure Rock worldwide. You can download our free app and listen anytime, anywhere. Also, don't forget our YouTube channel. Hit the like and subscribe button and allow for notifications so you'll be the first to know whenever new episodes air. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Log on and crank it up. The station your mother warned you about. 97underground.com.